So sit in a comfortable seat for you, whatever that looks like. And the breath work that we're going to practice today is equal parts breathing, samavriti. And that is one of the breath works that was practiced in a research study to help initiate the practice and get some balance between the thinking brain and the emotional brain, the cortical brain and the limbic system, okay? And they call that the realistic brain and the intentional brain, all different things, but it's your cerebrum, all the lobes in your brain, balancing that thinking piece with all the emotional stuff that goes on inside the limbic system, the amygdala, the hippocampus. All right, and that's the intention of yoga, to create that balance in your nervous system, in your brain. All right, so samavriti, equal parts breathing. So that may be a breath of 2, 3, 4, or 5 for you. And I can't determine that. You have to determine that for yourself. So let's get started with coming into the present by just taking a peek around, looking at 3 things you can see, hear, and feel. So already you're going to tap into your senses of seeing, identifying 3 things, hearing 3 sounds, cicadas, my voice, your breath, and then just feeling the sitting bones. See if you feel rooted onto the floor. You've got a fan, you feel the temperature of the air. Create that place of present moment for yourself. And then breathe in through the nose, out through an open mouth. You settle into this practice. More full breath in. Just invite the eyes to close as you take that little tour of the inner landscape of your body, noticing if any parts of your body are trying to grab your attention, and breathe into those places and spaces to soften any tightness or tension, but also vowing to protect those spaces. They're speaking to you out of need, not out of just being annoying. So pay attention to them. And then start to find your natural, normal breath, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose now. Seeing where in your body you feel the greatest source of movement with the breath. And if it's your upper chest, mid chest, or belly, just identify which is getting the most movement. And here's a little secret about yourself. If you're breathing from your upper chest still, you're still in that sympathetic nervous system, that fight or flight. You're breathing short and shallow. Still thinking you got a million things to do. So see if you can't slow the breathing down and allow the belly to soften and round so you can take that breath deeper. And the research shows those deep breaths in stimulate different parts of the lung, the baroreceptors of the lung, to bring about the parasympathetic nervous system, that rest, relax, and digest. So softening and slowing down the breathing and creating some equal parts breathing. So breathing in, I know I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I know I'm breathing out. Just a little mantra like that with the same number of words creates a nice, mindless, easy, even breath. If you're counting a count of 2 or 3, see if you can stretch that out to a 4 or 5. Allow the nervous system to come to that place of calm. And if the mind body starts chattering to you, like the mind will often do, and that's its job, I want you to do one thing for me. Notice it, acknowledge it, and say, oh, well, and come back to the breath. And in a 3-minute practice of breathing, you may have to say, oh, well, 1,000 times. And we're not judging, it's just, oh, well, and then come back to the breath. That mindfulness, that paying attention to the breath is what's so important. Gives the mind a respite. Bringing the hands to the heart space now, finger to finger, palm to palm. We'll chant the sound of Om, which I know I'm nerding out like crazy here, but that Om sound, that creates a vibration into the vagus nerve, which stimulates well-being and calm as well. There's a little branch near the tragus of your ear that will vibrate and send a message to your vagus nerve to calm you down. So focusing on the Om and then lengthening the part will create more vibration. So 3 of those. So take a nice full breath in. Om. How cool is that? And bow your head to your heart. Interlace your fingers. Blink your eyes open. Lift your head. And with these interlaced hands, make some circles with your wrists. A little bit of movement in the wrists. Go both directions. Isn't that cool about the sound? So when you're feeling a little down and blue, give yourself a shot of well-being and start humming. All right, lift the fingers up and down, lift them up and down. And then look at one of your fingers and lift it. See if you can figure out which one you want to lift. So just know, and it's pretty easy, right? You're using your visual senses, your proprioception, and just your motor sense. Now, take your arms out to the side, out in front of you. Internally rotate, so your thumbs down, your palms are facing away. Cross your arms, so now you can interlace your hands backwards, and then bring them back towards your chest, all right? Now, here's a little thing. I want you to look at a finger and try to lift it. Pick a finger with your eyeballs and try to lift it. And look at your response time with this, how different it is from when you did it the other time. And there is a huge NIH article about this. It's called the Japanese illusion test. And it's about, they've discovered if you close your eyes and try to do it, you can do it more easily. So this is about understanding where your right and left side of your body are. But when you look at it and use your eyes, it's actually about motor response. All right. So you've taken out the visual. It's about motor response. So this is something you can improve the speed of through practice. So if you did this every day for 10 minutes, you would have no problem doing this at all. All right. Shake that out and get the fingers moving a little bit. All right, let's extend your legs out long. Ooh, give those knees a little rub. Make your feet out nice and wide. And from the top of your leg bone, just give some internal and external rotation of those legs. Flap them back and forth. And lift, flex your feet, twinkle your toes, make some circles with your ankles, get some blood supply back into those legs, rub your knees. And then again, come to a comfortable seat for yourself. So we're going to work on our spine now. So that could be, it could be diamond pose with supporting, or you can stay in your Sukhasana. Take your shoulders up towards your ears and back and down. So inhale, shoulders up, exhale, back and down. So connect this movement with the breath. In yoga, we yoke. Yoga means to yoke, mind, body, and breath. Movement, breath, meditation, all that good stuff. So let's really focus on connecting. Inhale and exhale. One more full breath in. Inhale and exhale. Fingertips on those shoulders, lift those elbows to get a little rotation in the shoulder joint. And also paying attention to what you notice on the inside of your body. All right, the interoception, what's going on from the inside out. So elbows lift one at a time as if you're kayaking, so you can pay closer attention to which one it might be feeling a little bit stickier. And take your arms out to the side, curl the tips of the fingers in and rotate from the top of the shoulder joint. Notice if you have any different types of sensations here. Good, and one more. And bring the elbows into the side body, palms face up, cross your hands over top. This is crossing the midline. So already we're getting some connections between different hemispheres. And take your, the elbows locked into the side body, draw the shoulders back, shoulder blades together, and point your thumbs back behind you. Notice what you notice about this, a little stress or tension in the back of the shoulders. Now, if you remember which way you crisscross the other way. Maybe you didn't pay attention, so you didn't notice, but now you know. And then one hand goes on top and then the other switches. Good. One more time each way. Pause here for just a moment. And then lower the hands down, shake the arms and shoulders out. All right, arms out to the side. Take the arms up overhead to whatever is comfortable in your shoulders and try to touch your thumbs together. See if you can find out where they are in space. This is proprioceptive awareness. Where is my body externally in space? Exhale, lower the arms down. This time, try to touch your index finger to your pinky on the other hand. And lower. Now try to touch your ring finger to your middle finger. And now we're touching the index to the ring. And then just clasp your hands overhead, interlace the hands, and press the palms up towards the sky. Full breath in here. Lengthen through the spine, then lower your left hand down and crescent over towards that right side. Root down through the right side. So if the right buttock popped up, press it back down and take your awareness to your side body. Stretch a half an inch longer in that space. Good. Lift and lower twice with the breath. So inhale, lift. Exhale, crescent. Breathe in and out. Now lift and lengthen this time. Draw the belly in. Gently twist towards the left and lower your right hand down to your left knee for a twist. Let's lift your left hand up to goal pose, so the elbow's in line with the shoulder. Turn your palm facing your ear and roll that shoulder back. If it's going to work for your spine today, we're going to take your awareness to your right shoulder and lean it towards your right knee for another side stretch on that left side body. All right, give some wiggles to your left fingertips. And then decide if it makes sense to reach your arm up overhead, if that feels okay on your shoulder. Maybe that upper arm even comes in line with the ear. All kinds of options. Let your body dictate what's going to happen today, not your mind. All right, lift back up. Now bring that left hand on top of your right shoulder and sweep your right arm under your left elbow. So now you're in a little bit of a hug here. Stack your elbows, lower the chin to the chest, round your back body into cat. Feel the stretch across the back of the spine. Inhale, lengthen the spine back up, open the arms out to the side for cat. And which arm was on top? Can you remember? And put the other one on top now. Exhale. Inhale, open the arms out to the side. Lift the heart space, press the arms back behind you. And then one more time, switching of the arms. Exhale. And inhale, open up to your open heart, lifting through the thoracic spine. Come back to neutral, reach the arms up overhead, root down through the sitting bones as you find that length as the fingertips go towards the sky. Full breath in. As you exhale, lower right hand down. And as you root down through the left, crescent over to the right. Two more nice lifts and lowers. Inhale, lift. Exhale, crescent. Inhale, lift. Exhale, crescent. As you lift, draw that belly in and up, get long and tall, and then gently twist towards the right as you lower that left hand down to the right knee. You can sweep your right hand back behind you just a bit. Keep the head in line with the breastbone. And then find that right hand, lift the right hand up to goal post, turn the palm towards your ear, and then that left shoulder is going to go toward the left knee. Make some fists open and close your right hand. And then you decide if it makes sense to reach the right arm up overhead Maybe bring upper arm in line with the ear. It's a lot on that shoulder, so let it tell you what it wants to do. Don't push through any shoulder pain ever. Lift back up, twist back towards center. Bring that right hand onto your left shoulder, left hand crosses under, chin to the chest, round the back. And then just come back up to neutral, hands on the thighs, make some nice circles with your torso. Breathe in and breathe out. And then go the other direction. Nice. All right, extend your legs long in front of you. Press your hands back behind you. Get your spine long. Lean back a little bit if you have to. I want you to plug the head of your leg bone into your pelvis as you flex your feet, lift and spread your toes. That's really active pose with your legs. We haven't stretched our hamstrings yet, so be mindful of that. Now see if you can press your legs down into the earth and use the strength of your core to release the hands. Is that possible? If you feel any pain in your lower back, just bend your knees and take them out to the side to a little Baddha Konasana. All right, bring the hands together in front of your heart. This is another little brain fitness thing, as we're gonna, with our right hand, touch your nose if you feel comfortable, or just point to it. And then the left hand's gonna cross under and give a tug to your right ear, little tug. So it's a beep and a tug, all right? And then we're gonna switch. So you're gonna beep the nose and tug the ear, switch, and switch. Oh, I keep tugging my nose. Are you tugging your nose? This is why I wish I were with you so I could see you. But this is just getting the right and left brains to do two different things. Let go of judgment. You can even say tug, tug. If you add another cue, sometimes it helps. Tug. Can you go a little faster? Tug, 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 tug. And that I want you to practice when you're in the doctor's office waiting. Shake it out. All right. We are going to come to our backs. Yay. All right. So go ahead and lie back. I think you can see me okay. All right. Get ready to have your brain fried here. All right, let your spine release down, just get settled into this space. And then depending on how your arms feel, reach them up out to the side, right in front of you, or all the way overhead. And extend the legs long if that's okay with the lower back. Nice full body stretch here. See if you can press the lower back down to the earth a little bit so you're not overarching your back, keeping the core engaged. One more breath here. Keeping the arms overhead if you can, just bend the knees and take the feet as wide as the mat. And slowly start to rock the knees side to side. What you're looking for is a sensation in the side body with this. With the arms up overhead, it changes that usual movement that we have of just switching the arm side to side and not, or the leg side to side and not feeling anything. But this changes everything up. So take your time with it. Little knees side to side, stretch. If you feel like a really good stretch in your right side or left side body, just pause there for a moment and really try to press those knees down and get that nice stretch right where your leg and your trunk meet, right where the hip points are. Good. All righty. Now, reach the arms around the underside of the thighs or the top of the knees, whatever's more comfortable for you, and draw the knees close into the chest. And notice how you really have popped up onto your lower back, right? So give that a little massage. Your sitting bones are kind of flying up toward the ceiling. So now we're going to lower the knees just a little bit to flatten the pelvis down onto the mat and rock back and forth. And notice how the change of position of the legs will change where you're massaging. All right, because sometimes we just mindlessly throw our legs up toward our chest and start rocking, but you're rocking and massaging different parts based on where your legs are. All right, just lower the right foot down, keep the left knee into the chest, and we're going to lift and lower that knee. So you can use a strap if that's more supportive for you to hold on to the back of the leg. And I want you to do at least 10 repetitions counting by sevens, all right? So we're gonna start 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 70. Did I do that right? Lower that down. All right, now bring the other knee in, start to warm that up a little bit. Use the strap if you need to. And this one, if you know a foreign language, you're just going to count that foreign language. And I want you to try to do it backwards from 10 to 1. All right. So if you know Spanish, it's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right. I'd love to hear what different languages you all spoke, because you are a highly intelligent group. And I think you probably just threw out 5 or 6 or 7 different languages. I would not be surprised. All right, let's do our Supta Padangusthasana, really warm up our hamstrings now. So bring that, that right knee into the chest and place your strap under your the ball of the right foot. All right, birthday girl, get it going here. Bring that right knee in the direction of the right shoulder, give it a little plug in, and then extend it long. Don't make it high, just make it long. Flex the foot, and then start to make it as high as the leg will allow. Again, we haven't done a lot of hamstring stretch, so just take it as high as it wants to go. And then extend your left leg long, if that feels okay on your back. Take a breath here. Maybe do a little external and internal rotation. Notice if you feel different sensations that are useful for you. Feel like, oh, I'm really tight on the outer part of my calf. Maybe you want to hang in there for a minute. Good. And then take your left hand to your left hip point, and the right leg's going to go out to the right side. But if you tip, come back to center. Keep that pelvis flat on the mat and just take the leg out as far as the pelvis, the back of the pelvis can stay flat on the mat. So equal attention on both sides of the hip. Now, if you have sacroiliac instability, bend your left knee and take your left leg out to the left side to balance out the weight on the pelvis. That feels better for me. So I've been doing that a lot lately. So I'm making a big V with my thigh bones. All right, we're going to crisscross our thigh bones now. We're going to lift that leg up with our muscle strength. I'm going to take my, if you have the sacral instability, I'm going to cross my right thigh bone over my left thigh bone. If you don't have sacral instability and you want to keep that left leg long, go ahead and take the leg all the way over and lift the right hip up. Try to keep the right shoulder connected to the earth. And what do you notice about this sensation? What is the inside of your body saying to you about this posture? When you flex your foot a little bit more, you feel that racing stripe and all the IT band, you feel some tightness in that area. Pay attention to this, the signals your body is giving you. All right, lift back up, give it a little swap, the cool yoga trick. And we'll start by bending that left knee in the direction of the left chest, left shoulder, straighten the leg out long. Only lift it as high as it will stay straight. Those with sacral instability are going to keep the knees, the feet, the other leg bent. Otherwise, you can extend it. Internally, externally rotate. Notice different sensations that you can feel, experience. One side a little tighter when you externally rotate. Can you get that nuance that when I externally rotate my right leg, it doesn't feel any different, but when I do my left leg, oh boy, I feel that. You got some imbalances there, right? All right, right hand on the right hip, left leg goes out to the left side, only as far as the pelvis can stay flat. And if you have that instability, you're going to bend that right leg, take it out to the right side, make a nice V with your inner thighs. And when you're ready, lift that leg up, give it a little crisscross. So cross the right thigh over the left thigh if there's instability there. Otherwise, extend the leg long, let the leg go all the way over, left hip pops up. Good. And come back to center, and we'll remove the strap for a bit. Kick the legs, make some circles with the ankles. All right, feet on the floor. Okay, this is going to be a little bit of core strengthener as well as some brain fitness and some shoulder work. So if your shoulders have had, just take your arm up to the level that works for you. Don't force anything. Okay, we're going to start with the opposite arm leg movement, reaching the left arm up overhead and the right leg extending long. So you've got this nice diagonal stretch from right heel to right fingertip. And then you're going to lower the arm, bend the knee, and extend the left leg, reach the right arm up overhead. And then we're just going to switch through that movement. Okay, it's opposite arm leg movement. Also stretching the fascia across the diagonal of the body, which is a wonderful thing to do. All righty, one more each way. Good. Bend the knees, bring the hands back down. Now you're going to take your left hand and reach for your right knee. So just kind of tap it or bring it in. The right hand's going to cross over and tap the left shoulder. This is like a cross crawl, but we're doing it on our backs. And then we're going to switch. Right hand touches left knee, left hand crosses over, touches right shoulder. And then we switch. So it might help to reach the arms up overhead to give you a little more. Make sure I'm getting the arms going in the right direction. All right, so we're touching opposite knee and opposite shoulder. And the brain's going, whoo, getting a lot of crisscross going on here. All good stuff. The stuff they do for stroke therapy too. And if it's good for them, it's good for us, right? All right, one more thing. Feet back down. This one's a little tricky. All right, right leg reaches up. All right. Let me make sure I get this right. Left arm overhead. And the right arm comes out to the side. You're going to be like cheerleaders after all this. All right. And then switch. So now right arm's up, left leg is up, left arm is out to the side. And switch. And switch. You can make it harder for yourself if you bring both arms together before you switch, but I'm not going to do that to you right now. And switch. And switch. One more time each way. Switch. And switch. And lower back down. And then I was going to ask you to just repeat all those on your own and see how much of it you remembered. But I think for saving time, that's something you can do when you practice it on your own. So it's about learning a sequence. That's connecting the frontal lobe with the cerebellar, the thinking brain with the movement brain part of the brain, the coordination, and it's good for creating new connections between those lobes. All right, let's take the right ankle and put it on the left knee for figure 4. All right. Use your muscle energy to press that right leg away from you and feel the sensation in the right hip. Keep the right foot flexed. Lift the foot up, the left foot up a little bit if you want. Reach for the underside of the thigh. Just get a little bit of opening up in that right hip, a little bit more opening up in that right hip. All right, lower the foot down, take the arms out to the T, and lower the knees down toward the right side as much as is comfortable for you. So you're getting a big stretch across the left outer thigh and the left hip flexor. Keep the feet flexed to protect the knee. All righty, we're going to keep rolling over onto our side. So roll all the way over and stack your knees for clamshell. Really important to get a plug in for your gluteus medius here. If you can roll over onto your side, you're in this little fetal position. The feet are going to stay glued together and just going to lift the knees away from each other. All right, so lift the knees away from each other. If you need to support your head with a blanket or a block so your neck's in line with your spine. All right, we're just going to do a few of those and then bring the knee into the chest and extend the leg out long. So keep the leg in line as if you're in Tadasana, not up high, not down low, just in line. And then bring the knee into the chest and extend it back out. You're flexing the foot and extending back out. All right, in and out. These are the moves, and then we're going to do 2 sets of 4 of each. Now keep the leg long. Internally rotate the leg now, so you're going to lead with the heel and lift the leg not super high. It only goes up about 6 to 8 inches, and you're leading with the heel. You're really going to feel that in your butt. We need to keep the butt muscles strong and balanced. All right, so those are the 3 moves. We're going to do 4 of each of those sequentially because I'm trying to create a sequence. We're going to do them each twice, okay? All right, so get ready. And feet glued together, knees apart, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Now knee to chest, extend long, 1, into the chest, 2 and 3. Last one and 4. Keep the leg extended, internally rotate and lift from the heel, like someone's got a string on your heel. 3 and 4. Round 2. All right, stack the feet, knees lift. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Knee to chest, extend long, draw knee into chest. 1, press out through the heel. 2, 3. What's the last one? Do you remember? Keep it extended, internally rotate, lift and lengthen. Lift that leg from the heel. 3 and 4. Woo. Give that little buttock a nice massage, that hip, and come back onto your back. Take a breath. Good. Now bring that right ankle on top of the left ankle on top of the right knee. Flex the foot. Use your muscle energy to press the knee away from you. Feel that sensation on the outer hip. And then if you choose, lift the right foot up as you reach for the backside of the thigh. All 10 toes are lifted and spread. Draw it in only as far until you feel sensation. So that whole thing about if you can't pay attention and notice how you feel from the inside out, and you don't pay attention to those signals, you don't really know who you are. If you don't know who you are, you don't know how to move forward best for you. That's Christine Weber's interoception thing. So she really emphasizes pay attention to what you sense on the inside out, so you know who and how you want to move forward that's best for you. That's how people get hurt, because they don't pay attention, right? Not the only way, but one of the ways. All right, lower the foot down and tip the knees over to the other side. And let the ankle just press down gently on that thigh if it feels right for you. If you're feeling tweaks in your knee, you're not going to do this, right? Shoulders release toward the earth. All right, now I am not going to, I'm going to go through the routine on once. The second time you're going to be on your own, okay? So roll over onto your side. Oh, nice view of my butt chops here. Feet are together, knees are apart. So we're going to just lift and lower that knee, keeping the feet glued together. Let's just do a few extras because we started out. I had to show you how to do them. All right, then knee to chest, press out through the heel of the foot. Keep the leg extended and in line as if you're standing in Tadasana. Let's do a few extras of these. Next time your leg is extended long, internally rotate and lead with the heel of the foot, just lifting and lowering no more than 8 to 12 inches. All right. And now you're going to do it on your own. Remember that sequence, starting with clamshell. Do 4 of each. All right. Beanie? Good. All right. Go ahead and roll back all the way over, come up to a seat. Get your blood pressure nice and straightened out. Let it equilibrate. And then when you're ready, we've been lying on our back for a long time. So when you're ready and you feel you've got some not dizzy or anything, go ahead and bring yourself to standing. Okay, we'll all meet in loose coat sleeves. Anybody okay? Doing okay? Good. All righty. This is giving me a headache. All righty. And I see everybody twirling around. There we go. I think we're all in position now. So let's go ahead and settle that down. And come back to your beautiful mountain pose, feet connected to the earth, and then reach the arms up overhead, touch thumbs. Exhale, lower the arms down. Inhale, touch thumbs. And one more time. Nice breath in, touch thumbs. And lower the arms back down. All right, right hand's gonna press past your left shoulder. Left hand's gonna push past your belly. So we're gonna do our little Egyptian style crescent. So push right arm past shoulder, left arm past belly, come back to center, and then we'll go the other direction. So we're crossing the midline here with our arms. All right, right goes past shoulder, left past belly. And again, beautiful. And then bring the hands together in front of the heart. Come to your mountain pose so your feet are really connected to the earth. I want you to isometrically draw your legs toward each other as if you're squeezing a block between your thighs. So the legs are really strong. When you squeeze medially, it sends a chain of connection from the pelvic floor to the core. So that should make your core feel strong and stable. So shift the weight to the heels of your feet, start to bend the knees and send the sitting bones down into your chair pose. Draw the legs toward each other, keep squeezing toward the midline. All that attention toward the midline. Good, one more breath here. Push the feet into the earth, take the arms out to the side. All right, squeeze the legs toward the midline, shift the weight to the heels of the feet, bend the knees, sink the hips. Don't stick your bum out. Lengthen your tailbone down toward the floor so you don't crunch your lower back. Eye gaze is not looking at the camera, it's looking over the top of your mat. And then press the feet into the earth, reach the arms forward. Isometrically squeeze the legs, squeeze the arms toward each other too, everything drawn toward the midline. Shift the weight to the heels of the feet, start to sink the hips, sit down into your chair. Feel that strength of your legs. One more breath. Lower the arms down, come back up to standing. Roll your shoulders out. Hands on the hips and take your feet as wide as your mat. Turn your toes out 45 degrees. Tailbone now is going straight down. All right, so you bend the knees, send the tailbone down, and bring the arms up to goddess arms. So elbows are in line with the shoulders, palms are facing forward. All right, isometrically draw your legs toward each other, still drawing toward the midline. All right, we're going to stand up into star, tap one finger to each thumb, all right, as we name 3 vegetables. All right, cauliflower, carrot, broccoli, and then come back into your goddess, all right? This time we're going to flip our palms as we name 3 countries. So one palm facing up, one down. Come to star, flip those palms, name 3 countries. Ethiopia, Eritrea, and Egypt. Got my E countries. That's another thing, you can name just countries that start with E's. All right, this time we're gonna make circles with our arms when we come to goddess. Make some small circles as you name 3 constellations. Orion's Belt, Scorpio, Big Dipper. And come back to goddess. Last thing we're going to do is we're going to flap our arms in star and name 3 yoga poses. Tadasana, chair, triangle. Good. Lower the arms down, roll the shoulders out. All right, I always say multitasking is a myth. Your brain should just be focusing on one thing at a time as we select our attention. But that's not the way of the world, right? You're asked to do things, multiple things at one time, walk and talk and cook and talk and entertain and all that stuff. So there is some usefulness in practicing that. When you're doing something that requires attention, however, focus just on that, all right? And that's where the meditation of focusing on the breath and nothing else, and then, oh, well, when your mind starts going off and thinking just of the breath will help you to train like a little puppy, just train the brain to come back to what you're trying to focus on. So there's some real life application for why we do the, oh, well, and then come back to the breath, along with a lot of other reasons. But concentration and focus is really good. All right, let's bring our blocks in front of us, do a little bit of pranam and lunge work here. So I've got the blocks in the front of the mat. You know how to forward fold from the hip crease, keeping the knees soft, the spine stays long, we don't dangle, hold on to something, all the same rules for forward folding. All right, so find your mountain pose. Draw that belly in. Can you isometrically now press the legs away from each other to create more space in your sacrum so you can fold forward with greater ease, away from each other. Feel the race stripes engage in the legs. Inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, soften the knees. Bring the hands to the thighs, the shins, or the blocks. You decide. Keep the spine long. Inhale, come halfway up, so lift the heart. Exhale, forward fold. Now to come up 3 ways, bend the knees a lot. That's number 1 for everybody. Hands can come onto the thighs. Hands can come onto the hips with the elbows pressed back. Root down through your feet and come to standing. Sorry, there's just 2 ways. Unless you're using a chair, then you use the back of the chair. We're going to do pranam 3 times. It's a nice flow. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, soften the knees, hinge forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, deepen your fold. Bend the knees a lot, come up to your best way. Inhale, the arms overhead, palms together and down to the heart. Again, inhale, arms reach overhead. Exhale, forward fold, hands, thighs, shins, or blocks. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, bow forward. Bend the knees a lot, hands on the thighs or hips, root down through the feet, come to standing. Inhale, arms overhead, palms together, hands down to the heart. 1 more time. Breathe in, reach up. Exhale, bow forward. Breathe in and lift the heart. Exhale, deepen the fold. Pause here for just a moment. Feel the length in the hamstrings. We've worked them well, so maybe you get a little deeper in your fold today. More breath in, more breath out. Bend the knees a lot. Come up to your favorite way. Inhale, the arms overhead, palms together, and hands down to the heart. Nice. Okay. We're going to move into lunge next. So if your feet are having a fit today and you want to wear your shoes, that's a good idea. Or if you want to put something behind you so that you can lift your heel, so that you can support the back of your foot. Also, we're going to lift up into a high lunge. So if you find that you need a wall or a chair or something to hold on to as you come from using the blocks to on the thighs to reaching the arms overhead. This is a balance challenge. It's kind of a risky pose, especially if you don't give yourself enough width with your lunge. So make sure you have whatever support you need for this next series, okay? All right. All right, so come to your blocks, your wall, your chair. Inhale those arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. So the hands are going to go to the shins, the thighs, or the blocks. If you're using blocks, you can use the floor or you can keep your hands on your thighs. Bring the left foot in between the blocks and take a nice wide base of support as you send your right foot back behind you. I'm going to do a little twist here. So the right hand stays on the block. Left hand comes to the hip. Lengthen from the pelvis to the crown of the head. Roll that left elbow back. Draw the belly in and gently twist toward the left. And feel a big stretch in that whole hip complex here. One more breath. Twist back towards center. Get your hips nice and level and square. Maybe you need to make your gap a little bit lower. So we're going to see how it feels to bring the hands onto the thighs and slowly lift up. If you need to lower your back heel down, lift your back heel down. Don't arch your back, so don't crunch your lower back. Keep a little bit of forward motion there with the crown of the head. Hands can release from the thighs if that works for you, and bring the arms up overhead to a nice crescent lunge here. Squeeze that back glute, send that front shin forward. Everything stays active and engaged. And then slowly hinge forward. Keep the arms straight if you can as you lower the hands back to the blocks and step the back foot forward. And then come up in whatever way works best for you. Root down through those feet, bring the arms overhead, palms together, and hands down to the heart. We'll do that other side. How did that go? Okay. All right. Let's inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Hands on the thighs or blocks. Now the right foot stays between the blocks. The left foot takes a nice wide railroad track stance. Isometrically send your front shin forward, squeeze that back glute. I'm going to put the left hand on the block, right hand on the hip, lengthen from the pelvis to the crown of the head, draw that belly in and gently twist toward the right. Come back to center. If it's right for you, start to get light on your fingertips. Keep squeezing the legs isometrically away from each other. Bring the hands onto the thigh, lift the torso up, and either hold onto the wall of the chair, or maybe both hands can reach up overhead. Lowering the heel down to the earth is completely okay. And then slowly lower the arms back down, bring the hands to the blocks, step that back foot forward in whatever way possible. And then come up to standing the way you love to come up. Reach the arms up overhead, palms together, hands down to the heart. Find your breath. Okay. Woo. All right. What do we want to do? So much to do. Let's grab our weights, okay? Or your bean cans. All right, the first one is for wrists. So the elbows are locked into the side body, and the wrists simply lift and lower. Lift, and it's a very subtle movement. The forearms aren't moving, it's just the wrists. While we're doing this, I'm going to talk to you about a research study that was done with 61,000 people who were called, and they were asked to name the major symptoms of stroke. All right, lower the arms down, roll the shoulders back. Turn the palms forward, bring the fingertips to the shoulders, and lower the arms back down. They did it in 17 states, and only less than 19% of the people were able to give the major symptoms of stroke. It is one of the most life-saving things you can do to help somebody or yourself if you notice you're having these symptoms, all right? Now, come up just halfway and lower back down. There's an acronym I want to share with you called FAST, F-A-S-T. All right, it's for face, arm, speech, and time. Bring the fingertips all the way to the shoulders and only come halfway down. So with your F, with the face, it could be a drooping of one side of your face or even a numbness. It could also just be a sudden change of vision in one or both eyes. All right, lower the arms all the way down, roll the shoulders back. Turn your palms facing away from you, draw the shoulder blades together, soften your knees. We're going to press the arms back behind us, nice and slow. So it's going to pause back there for a moment. Triceps, okay? The A is for arms, but it also means arms or leg feels weak or numb. When my sister at 62, 63 had her stroke a couple months ago, she just had numbness in her right leg, and then it turned into mobility issues and went all the way up to her arm. It was on one side of the body typically. All right. And that could also be a loss of coordination. When my mom had her cerebellar stroke, she kept bumping into walls. She couldn't walk a straight line. Or balance issues. Last one. Good. Roll the shoulders out. This next one, you're going to go arms forward with the palms facing down, and then turn your palms facing the midline and press the elbows back, squeezing the shoulder blades together. So arms forward, lower than your shoulders, palms face down, turn the palms facing each other and squeeze the shoulder blades together, okay? The next one is speech, S. And that can be slurring of speech, or it could be not understanding what somebody's saying, or like my mother did, making up words that didn't make sense. All right, so speech. 3 more. Really squeeze those shoulder blades together. Good. All right. Now come to goalpost. Elbows lifted. Palms are facing out. Now turn the palms facing your face and bring the elbows in front of your face. Palms face out. Palms face you. The last one is T for time. Tissue. Time is tissue, right? Time is tissue. So like if most women, they're like, it'll pass. I'm not going to worry about myself. I'm not important enough. I don't matter. Time is tissue. 911. Even if you think it's just a TIA, TIAs, transient ischemic attacks, can turn into big strokes. I'm going to test you on that at the end of class. Lower the elbows down, roll the shoulders out. Okay. Let's see how much TIME we have. Good. All right. Lower the weights down. And we're going to just do a little bit of balance and continue with our hip strengthening. So a wall or a chair or something, because we're going to be lifting the leg back and then going into a little modified warrior 3. And then we're going to do the adductors and go into star. Okay, so get what you need for that. If that's not a good idea for you to stand on one leg, you're going to tap forward and back. All right. Not going to lift both feet up off the floor at the same time. Okay. So first we're going to pick a leg, shift the weight towards your balance prop and send the foot back behind you. Squeeze the glute, hinge forward just a little bit, and then flex the foot as you lift and lower. You're going to feel that in the hamstring and the gluteus maximus, the big butt muscle. Our butts, believe it or not, are really weak. I got weak butts, I cannot lie. Because we don't use them enough. We don't squat enough. We don't do this enough. We don't climb trees. We don't jump over streams. All right, now 2 more. 1, 2, hold it there and see if it's possible to just lean forward a little bit more. That standing leg is screaming at you, I know. Hand can be on the hip or reaching back behind you. And then release that. Turn over. Whew. Let's go to the other side. So shift your weight, bend those toes back and hinge forward, flex the foot and lift and lower. My sister having a stroke and my mom falling and breaking her leg and having a stroke all in the same 6-month period is murder for you guys, because I learned a lot of stuff. And these guys are older than you. Well, not my sister, she's about the same as us, but they do this stuff, all right? So I know we can, if we can. I know you have to build up to it, but anti-fragility. We treat ourselves fragilely, we'll become too fragile. We have to be smart though. Hold it there. See if you can lean forward a little bit. Keep that leg strong. And release. Whew. Shake those hips out. Now, if your SI joint is screaming at you, do a little bit of cat-cow. Do a little bit of cat-cow here. Stretch that. And you may want to avoid the next one, all right, if you've already tested it enough. What we're going to do is the abductor, adductor, all right? So you're going to shift your weight to the standing leg, get that core strong, and you're going to take the leg out to the side, not let it fall back down, but mindfully bring it back in. Use those inner thigh muscles to bring it back in. Some of you may want to even cross one leg over the other as if you're kicking something out of the way, okay? Adductor, abductor. 2 more. And then next time that leg is out to the side, come to your star. Maybe release one hand, maybe not. This is where we put all our attention into the balance, okay? Even though most falls happen when you're not concentrating, you're thinking about something else, you're in a hurry, shift your weight. Somebody calls your name, you turn around and look. Remember, we're always trying to make our balance challenges a little more dynamic. Maybe you want to cross it over. Maybe you want to turn your head with this, just to see what it feels like to add a little more challenge. As if we need more, right? And then next time that comes out to the side, leave it there, make a star. And your standing leg should be saying, okay, that's enough of that. And lower back down, shake these out. Okay, oh, I'm tired. So let's get back down on the floor, okay? Your heart might be beating a little bit more, so take your time with this. Ooh, wait, did you get down yet? You didn't get down yet. I have one more thing, all right? I've been dying to do this. Sorry if you haven't gotten, oh, you did. If you already got down, that was okay. Just a little cross crawl, but this is something I want you to practice. And I want you to say the months backwards, okay? December, November, October. Let's see how fast you can do it. September, August, July, June, April, March, February, January. Okay. Did you finish? Practice that one. All right. Finish up. And when you finished it up, go ahead and, sorry, get down on the floor. Those of you that got up and down twice, you get a bonus. Oh, and grunting is completely acceptable, as always. All right. Where's your body? Take a sigh. What is your body saying it would like for you to do right now? Can you listen and do your own next pose for what would feel good for you? Close the eyes and take a little listen. All right, bring those knees in towards the chest. Make some circles with your ankles. We worked a lot with our up on our toes today with the lunges. And then I want to just realign that sacroiliac joint. So come to bridge. So the feet are as close to the buttocks as feels good in your knees. Arms are by your side. Snuggle those shoulder blades under your back. Bend your elbows. Palms are facing each other across your torso. Now first, just lengthen your tailbone down towards your heels, and you'll notice your lower spine releases down toward the earth. Hold that for a sec, and then press the feet and the backs of the arms into the earth. Lift the hips and torso. Make sure your head's not up on too many blankets. You want the chin nice and parallel. Pause and hold it. Give the glutes a little squeeze. Feel that stretch in your quads. And go ahead and lower back down. Let's try that 4 or 5 more times, all right? So flatten out your lumbar spine. Press the heels of the feet and the backs of the arms into the earth as you lift the hips and torso. Give the glutes a little squeeze, meaning like squeeze around your sitting bones. And then release. Flatten. Press the heels and the backs of the arms. Lift. And and release. One more. Lengthen your tailbone. Press the backs of the arms and the feet. Lift. Good. And release. Full body stretch. Good. And whatever else you need to do, your prana response, listening to your body one last time before you settle into Shavasana. And then take a couple of cleansing breaths, breathing in through the nose, out through an open mouth. And I want to just practice a 1 or 2 minute meditation again to just work on your focus and concentration. So we're going to do the breathing meditation again. So you're going to follow your natural normal breath. So wherever your hands are most comfortable, if it helps you to keep hands on belly to stay focused on the breath, noticing the rise and fall, maybe a block on your belly to pay attention to the rise and the fall of the block. Some type of assistance to help you stay focused. And then following that natural rhythm of your breath, you can even give yourself a little mantra, breathing in, I know I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I know I'm breathing out. And as soon as you stop thinking about the breath and noticing the air going into your nostrils, the rise and fall of the ribs and belly, say, oh, well, non-judgmentally, just come back to the breath. So I'm going to be quiet for the next minute or so. And continue with this if it's working for you, or just segue into your own type of Shavasana. If you feel ready, come back to the breath. Enjoy a full breath in and take a long, slow breath out this time. Just keeping that nervous system nice and calm. When you're ready, begin to wiggle your fingers and toes as you come back to the space. And again, unless you want to stay in Shavasana longer, just shut us off. Wiggle fingers, toes, gently turn your head side to side. Bend your knees, rock side to side until finally ending up on that favorite side. And pause there for just a moment, having a little gratitude for that smart brain of yours, all the work it does, the mysterious nature of it still. It eludes so many of us. The miraculous brain. And press your hands into the earth. Use that to come to a comfortable seat. If you want to unmute yourself and it's available to you easily, go ahead and unmute. And just know that all the light and love in my heart honors that same light and love in each of yours. Bow your head to honor your own practice, and then blink your eyes open and greet each other with namaste. Namaste, everybody.